Hi, we're back again. And we have a return guest here this morning that you enjoyed once before. And her name is Linda Caine, and she's an artist. Hi, Linda. Oh, my goodness, cold hands.
I know.
Well, it's wonderful to have you back in here. Yeah, I know that you always have things that are interesting to talk about.
Thank you.
And what is your... It's calligraphy, right?
Yes, today is teaching calligraphy and taking... Some people are sort of mystified by the thought of calligraphy, and it puts them off. But I have classes, I've devised a way to get people into being able to make their own artwork.
Wow.
Yes, it's what I've done. Excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. What I've done is I'll take a handwriting sample from them, and then instead of putting them on a complex calligraphy hand, which is where people often want to start, is they see something and they want to do something very intricate, I put them on a calligraphy hand that best suits their writing. Foundational, which is a vertical hand if they write naturally vertical, and italic if their writing is slightly slanted. And our wonderful cameraman Michael is going to actually take us through the slides. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this really helps. In this one, you'll see the first of each line where you have the letters is how people normally present when they first come in. And the second line is once they have taken the first class, they learn the shape, how to shape each different, like the A and the B and the C are round shapes. The F, I, and J are straight shapes.
Wow.
And so you've got the different groups. So the first lesson is teaching them just to shape each letter so that they're uniform, and to keep the slant of the straight up and down, the ascender and the descender uniform. This one now shows the second lesson where you start working on the on the spacing. And you can see from the first quote, "The ship in the harbor is safe," the spacing is not uniform. And the second one, the spacing is uniform, and the ascenders and the descenders are uniform. It does make a difference.
Gosh.
And then we get on to the more interesting, where we go, each lesson will build on the last one. This one, you'll see the second lesson is the first line. Then the third lesson, you build on the capital. And then the fourth lesson, you build on that again and make it a little bit more intricate. And once you get into these capitals and making your writing and spacing uniform, by the third lesson, you're able to begin doing a more finished work.
Wow.
And if you could go to the next one then.
That's hard
Michael.
to believe.
Yes. And it's fun practicing the capitals.
This.
Now, this was a young man, the word Nancy. Nancy was his wife, and he wanted to create something for her. And so he was practicing her name in the third lesson so that he could create something for her. And then the fourth lesson, I show people how to create a finished work and how to bring out the specific message that they want. And this one, a year from now, you may wish you had started today. You graduate the words that you want, like now and today, because those are the only times we actually have control of, is now and today. So I do inspirational quotes that will help to lift people's spirits and get them basically get them going. And,
you can always use that.
Yes, can't we? And then after they've done the beginning calligraphy class, I do a creative calligraphy class, which shows them what to do with it. And so if we move to the next one, this one shows again how to bring specific words out, how to use your calligraphy to bring a message out. So this one, we want to bring the message of peace, love, pardon, faith. And then the next one
Oh, it got the color in there.
Yes, a lot of people don't do art themselves, so this is just to show them how to use something. In this case, I've used a ribbon to show the message of this poem, which is called the weaving poem, how the underside of the ribbon, you can't see what the actual ribbon is going to be, what it's going to be like on the upper side. So this is a lovely visual to the message in the poem. And then the next one is just showing the Chinese character of courage. And it shows how just putting a character in, whether you do it yourself or whether you cut it out from a magazine, can again illustrate your calligraphy.
Wow.
The next one is a very simple illustration of wheat. And it talks about a friend is one, and it's a wonderful poem on friendship, blank verse. And just putting a few strands of wheat in brings the poem out more. The next one, again, it's simple. It's more silhouettes, but it just shows what you can do. That's the same verse, but just with a different presentation.
Oh, that's neat.
And the next one, this would be more for an artist or maybe somebody who's just done calligraphy but has a painting they'd like. And all I did on this was I put calligraphy on a mat on a painting that I had done. And so for somebody who is an artist, they can bring out their own work by adding their calligraphy. Or if you're not, you just put it on a mat and for a painting that you have. The next one is actually just torn paper. Again, it's using a Chinese character, but this time I've just hand-torn paper and done multiple layers. And then I've done the calligraphy underneath. So there's so much you can do with it.
Gosh.
And then you can, again, in the creative calligraphy, you can put something you've done onto a T-shirt, as I've done there.
Wow.
Or you can put it on, I believe the next one is wood. I did this one for my brother. He gave me this piece of wood with a wonderful grain in it. And I did this Bible verse that he wanted on it.
Wow. That's fabulous.
Thank you. Then the next one, it just shows what you can do. This is on wood. It's a door. Sorry. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I did it on wood for my daughter. And then there's a little prayer box I have. And then on a rock I just wrote joy, and I put that in the garden. And then on the glass, when we have family get-togethers over Christmas, I'll just put the different family members
cute. I like that.
on glass, because we found we were going through glasses or plastic glasses. And then I also do a card-making class, how to make cards from your calligraphy. So there is so much you can do with calligraphy.
I like the cards.
Yes.
You know, I took a course when I was real young, you know, that course where they send away and you do the thing. Anyway, I got up as far as the lettering and I quit. And the lettering was just, no, I can't do that.
Carol, that's exactly what I did. I thought I would start calligraphy, so I went straight onto a complicated Gothic hand, and I was awful. I put my calligraphy pens away, and then a couple of years later I was cleaning out my studio and I found my pens. And because I had practiced before, I started at a slightly higher level and became encouraged. And because my writing is vertical, I looked for a vertical hand, and I found a simple foundational hand which is beautiful. And that encouraged me. And so that's what I've done. I'm actually going to write a book on it as well.
Oh my gosh, how wonderful.
Because a lot of the time people start and they get demoralized because their writing doesn't look like the book. But in my classes, what I love is you have different people with different writing, and even if their writing is vertical and they are all on foundational hand, they will each have something different to bring to it.
Yes.
One lady had a little squiggle in the middle. She could not draw a straight line. She had this little squiggle in the middle, and she was getting so demoralized, looking at the others saying, I can't do this. And I said, embrace the squiggle. Just embrace that, if that is what you've got. Her writing turned out to be beautiful. So unusual, because nobody else had that. And what I tell them is calligraphy is actually defined as the art of beautiful writing. That is the definition of it, is the art of beautiful writing. And all we need to do with our writing is learn how to make it uniform, learn the spacing and the shaping, and in 4 lessons you will produce a finished work.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard to believe. That's wonderful. You know, right now this is so important because people don't write cursive. They don't write.
No.
It's everything is printed. And finally, a young man that, in fact, it's Diane's son.
Oh,
He's
Robert?
going to be teaching writing
Yes.
in the class. And I thought, oh my God, bring it back. Writing can be so beautiful.
And absolutely, and fun. And I've taught classes from 12-year-olds to 70-year-olds. So anybody can start. And in fact, the young 12-year-old I brought ended up bringing 2 of her friends, and when she left, she started a calligraphy club and won an award for a cover she designed for a magazine.
Oh my gosh!
So with her
wonderful.
calligraphy, so it was wonderful. She was amazing, and I prefer it when friends sign up. I keep my classes small, and I have specific times for classes. But if 4 friends will sign up, then I'll do the class at a time that is convenient for them and keep it to just them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell them now exactly where your classes are,
Okay.
what the times are.
Okay. The classes are at Fresno Art Hub, which is on Van Ness Avenue and Weldon. I believe it'll come up on the bottom. Yes, there it is. And you can best contact me through my studio email, which is LindaCaineStudio @gmail.com. And the classes are, at the moment, the scheduled classes are Tuesday evenings from 6 until 7:30 or Thursday afternoons from 2 until 3:30. But again, if you sign up you can have a class at the time that you would like, that is best for you.
Fabulous.
And the reason I love friends signing up is because they inspire each other. And the people, because this is all about practice. If you come to a class and you don't practice, you're not going to improve.
That's true.
But if you practice, you will just come on in leaps and bounds.
Well, it's going to also teaching people to practice,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even think about
Yeah.
the fact, just go in and try.
And there's not a lot. I would guess probably about 15 minutes a day will keep
Yeah.
you on track. And my last class was a husband and wife. And they were wonderful. Again, they inspired each other to practice, and their calligraphy by the end was, I think, probably the best outcome I've had.
Oh my gosh!
They were
how
amazing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How wonderful!
So anybody
this
can
is
do
so
it.
exciting. So I want people to listen and go and take some classes, and it's going to be so exciting, especially if you don't write that well and you feel, oh, I can't, really do anything pretty. You'll find out that that's not true.
Absolutely.
You'll find out that you can. It just takes practice.
It does. It does.
Okay, Linda,
Yeah.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming in
Carol.
and telling us about this, because it's so
Thank
exciting.
you.
I'm glad that
Thank
you're doing
you.
what you're doing. And come back again.
I will. I will.
Thank you so much. And we will see you next Thursday at 11 o'clock a.m. Thank you so much.